It's Me Online. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So I have Alicia with me today, and we're going to be doing Never Have I Ever. You might have seen Alicia on some of my Vlogmas videos last year, which I'll definitely be doing this year, so make sure you go and check out my vlog channel. And I'm also daily vlogging at the moment, so I'm doing weekly vlogs, so make sure you go over and check that one out. So today we're going to be doing Never Have I Ever, which I saw Joe and Zoe do, and it was a really funny video, and I thought we'd do it as well. And obviously this is a drinking game, but we're going to play it safe. What we have here is we have I have and never, and we've got some different scenarios that we got off the internet, and we decided which ones we liked best. So we're just going to get into this video. I hope you enjoy it. Never have I ever been in handcuffs. No.
I have.
No.
I have. But my sister had real handcuffs that she was using for Halloween, and she got annoyed with me, so she decided to handcuff me to the frame of my bed.
No. That's funny. That's hilarious. Never have I ever had a near-death experience. You have?
I have.
I was hit by a car about 2 years ago, and that was a pretty traumatic experience. That's my near-death
I
experience.
drowned.
What?
Yeah, it was while we were on holiday. I couldn't swim yet. Me, my sister, and a bunch of our friends were on a lilo. We went into the deep end, and there was a hole in the lilo. I didn't have armbands or anything, so I just sunk to the bottom of the pool. So I couldn't swim.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my sister had to dive down and get it. Do you want to know what my mum's response was to that?
What?
Oh, I told you to wear your armbands then.
Oh my god, that is so funny. Never have I ever done something I regret. Yeah, I think we all have done that. I've done things that I regret.
Way too many.
Like, I did something that I regret, and every time I scroll for my phone I still see it, and I don't want to delete it. I took a bath pic.
Oh yeah.
And it's not what you think, guys. You guys know I'm a really big Ricky Gervais fan, and he's very famous for his bath pics. Only from the shoulders up, it's nothing else. But I took one, and Brad and Alicia and my mum and dad are the only people that have seen it, because my mum thought I was going to upload it to Facebook. But I regret taking it, but I don't want to get rid of it because it just makes me laugh. What have you done that you regret?
Way too many things.
Just think of
The
one.
scarf joke.
Oh, yeah.
Worried the teachers because
Yeah,
they
we
didn't know
did.
what we were going on about.
And never have I ever lied to a friend to avoid something. I have.
I'm way too straightforward and blunt for that.
No, I have, and I've done it to loads of people. It's not just friends, I've done it to like my family and stuff as well though.
Oh yeah, I've lied to my family to avoid stuff, definitely, but I'm too blunt for that, and I feel like most people know me. I just don't.
Yeah. No, I have done, but not recently. Now I'm more like upfront about things. If I don't like somebody, I will tell you. Never have I ever fallen for somebody online. But it's not like anybody that I know, because most people I know, I follow them anyway.
It's just like, we were thinking about this, and it was like, probably more in the case of just like falling for celebrities, just like online and stuff.
When I first started liking Ricky Gervais, I liked him because he was funny, but then I sort of fell in love with him. Like, I followed him on Instagram, and it just sort of went there from there.
Got to the point where we all just sort of went, God, no.
Yeah, it did. It got to that point, but and obviously, like if I see a picture of someone that I like Chris Martin, for example, I fall in love with him every time. So it's not like I just repeatedly fall in love. So have you fallen for anybody online?
Celebrities.
That's about it, really, isn't it? That's so far.
Yeah, I've had a few online.
Never have I ever taken pictures in undies. I haven't.
I have.
No, I never.
Thing is, you know that I have, because I was trying on a bikini top, and I sent a picture to Sarah to see whether get opinions on it and stuff.
Yeah, so I haven't. I've taken my bath pic, and that's it. Never have I ever not washed my hands when I've been to the toilet.
Never.
I have.
Never. I'm too particular about it. Even if there's not hand wash in that bathroom, I will go to somewhere else to wash my hands and be like really careful about it. I hate it. I get on at people so much about it.
No, I have done, but it's not regular.
I hit Brad when he said he hadn't washed his hands, and I sent him back into the bathroom.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm not sure if I was there. Was I there? No.
No, we told you about it. It was when you were off.
Oh yeah,
I hit him and sent him back into the bathroom because he said he hadn't washed his hands. Gone skinny dipping.
In Florida, when I was about 3.
More innocent at the idea of going
so
into
that
full
doesn't
naked.
really count, but as a grown-up, as a grown you know, girl and woman, I've never been skinny dipping, so that doesn't really count, I don't think.
Woken up drunk.
Have you not?
No, because I have a really high tolerance, and I don't get an opportunity
I've
to drink
woken up
very often.
with just Christmas, last Christmas I did drink quite a lot, and then I woke up the next day and I felt really ill, and then I drank more on Boxing Day, but I still felt not very good the next day, so I have.
Yeah, I've not. I don't drink often enough, and I'm too high tolerance.
It's because we don't drink very often, and then when I drink, my body's not used to it because obviously I don't drink that much, so it doesn't really.
I have too high a tolerance.
On Halloween I went to Alicia's house. And
she had half the amount of drinks as me and ended up drunk.
Yeah, I did. And poor Brad, he was on the receiving end of because when I get drunk I get a bit angry.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Brad, if you're watching.
Got drunk in general. I probably at my cousin's wedding, because my sister was so surprised that I was not hungover the next morning.
I want to give a shout out to John, my poor brother. He was on the receiving end of my drunkenness last Christmas, and I told him to pee off, and told him that he'd ruined my Christmas, and that sort of stuff. And he asked me if he could borrow my David Brent DVD to watch, and I didn't want to hand it over because I was drunk and started crying my eyes out. So yeah, I'm sorry, John, that he's been on the receiving end of that, unfortunately.
Fallen asleep on a bus and missed your stop.
But I've got a story. My dad went on a train. He was coming back. He used to work in a place up near London, and he came back to where we live, and he missed the stop. They'd cleaned out the train, but they didn't notice that he was there. So, and they went to the next stop, which was up, and then my mum had to go about half an hour in the car to go and pick him up. So, hasn't happened to me.
I fell asleep on the bus going to my mum's.
I'm not very good because I went to Cardiff to see Coldplay the other week and we drove back really late. I'm just not very good at sleeping in moving vehicles.
No, neither am I. I have to be super tired. It was the fact that I'd slept around my friends the night before. That's why I was getting the bus up, and I was exhausted, so I just passed out on the bus.
Yeah.
I think you've heard my stories of the weird places I've fallen asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep in a laundry basket when I was younger. I was playing in a garden. I had a bouncy castle. I had a Tweenies bouncy castle when I was little, and I had a paddling pool that I was playing in, and I got into the laundry basket with a towel and curled up and went to sleep.
God, do I wish I could say that my falling asleep in weird places stories were when I was a kid.
So, never the bus.
Gone to a movie without paying.
Well, I have, but because other people have paid for me, but I've never actually snuck into a movie.
No, I've snuck in. My friends were in a different movie, and so after my movie finished, theirs was still going on, so I just went into theirs and sat down with them.
Oh, really?
Snooped without permission.
Snooped in someone's room?
Yeah.
No, because I haven't.
I'm a nosy person.
I've got a couple of friends, and they used to like to, because I've got quite an array of CDs. Thumbs up if you want me to do a CD collection, because I haven't done one for a few years. And they like to see what artists I have.
Yeah, you go through like people's DVDs and the pictures and stuff. You just look around, see what they have.
No, I have! At Brad's house, I wanted to see what DVDs he had. So I have, but he didn't mind.
Fallen or walked into something while texting. I haven't, but I have a really funny story. So my sister, we're both really addicted to books, and she was reading on her phone while she was walking home from work, and she walked full on into a lamppost.
Is this Kerry? Or
yeah, Kerry.
So yeah, no, I haven't. I have fallen over, just tripped over, my face planted in Primark.
I was walking fine, and all of a sudden I was off the pavement and on the floor, and my niece was like, "What?" And the stranger was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I have no clue what happened." I cut my own hair.
You cut your own hair anyway.
I cut my fringe and my side bits and stuff. But I have a really funny story of when I was in primary school. There was this one bit of my fringe that was longer than the rest, and it was really bugging me. So I just got the safety scissors and cut it. And my teacher got so mad when she saw that I was cutting my hair. She was like, "What would your parents say if you cut your hair?" I was like, "But it was too long."
But I've got two stories. One of them was when you guys probably remember Zoella, when she used to do the bun. She used to have a fringe like that. I tried to cut mine like that, and it went terribly wrong. Had like a really stubby bit there. I used to have a side fringe, but I used to go and have it cut. And another time, When I was about 11, me and my cousin were just talking about this, and I had a pair of craft scissors, and you guys know I'm a really big Dappy fan, and he used to have a slit in his eyebrow, like some rappers do.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I cut a slit in my eyebrow, and this eyebrow still has never been the same again.
Oh God.
It doesn't grow certain places. That's why I fill my eyebrows in. So, cheers, Dappy. You've ruined my eyebrows for life because I copied what you did.
Dyed your hair a crazy colour.
I have. When it was Red Nose Day at primary school, Comic Relief Day, my mum put some of the red spray in my hair, and because I'm naturally a brunette, it didn't really show up. So I had that done, and I have another funny story. My mum used to look after an old lady that lived up the road from us, and she was such a lovely lady, and she had like white hair. And my mum brushed her hair using the hairbrush that she'd put the red on my hair with. So this poor lady, she had
just red
pink hair, because it was pink, so it was white. So yeah.
Whereas bluey silver currently, I've been bright blue, it goes to green the minute it starts fading. I've been purple, red, black.
I'm thinking about doing lilac or purple, so I might do that. I'm just not brave enough to bleach my entire head. It's pretty much.
Like I said, I think if you just put purple on now, the nose bits would be dark, nose bits would light, it would be so pretty.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Gotten into a fight.
I'm sorry, Mum and Dad, if you're watching, but I have. Verbal fights.
I've gotten into one or two physical fights. Been on the receiving and the sort of giving.
I've play fighted and it's gone a little bit too far. My brother had a watch and it like dug into my knuckles, and my knuckles were bleeding and everything. So I've never been in like a. I've wanted to. There was this one guy at college that we just don't get on with, and I went to swing for him.
It was me that lost my temper.
I went to swing for him, and then he came for me, and then you just.
Yeah, he's now actually terrified of me, so I think that's a very sort of good example of why people should have made me lose my temper.
And I heard that he's not coming back next year, so good riddance.
Embarrassing celebrity crush. And yes, I did put this one specifically on there for her.
When you try your best but you don't succeed.
I have, and Ricky Gervais.
For me, it's sort of, if you count the amount of ridiculous character, because I fall in love with essentially every character in every book I read. There's like the main love interest. You're just like, how could I not love them?
It's not Ricky as a person that's embarrassing, because I can understand why. But it's his age. It's his age. Because if he was like 30 or 35 or whatever, it wouldn't be too bad. But he's 56 now, and yeah, that's embarrassing. He's 55 and stuff. Yeah. So I have, but other ones not really.
Gotten lost.
I got lost with my dad in Bristol. We went to see Dappy. We couldn't find where it was, where you went to see the front bottoms. Yeah.
We got lost in a forest.
Did you?
We went out for a walk, and Eloise took us the wrong way, and we were lost for hours. And by the time we've made our way out, it was pitch black.
Have you ever been to the Alice in Wonderland theme park in near Bournemouth?
They've changed its name now to what it's called, but yeah, we used to go there all the time.
I went in the maze. I went with on a preschool trip. We went to Monkey World, which is near us, and then we went to the Alice in Wonderland park. And my mum came on the trip because they needed more people to help. But obviously, I was only 3, so I wanted my mum to come with me. But we got lost in the maze.
Eloise, she wandered off in the maze from our grandparents, and Alice actually helped her find her way out.
Oh my god.
Been awake over 24 hours. I have.
No, I haven't.
I've been awake over like 72 hours before. With like the occasional 10-minute nap. I stay awake for over 24 hours way too often.
Christmas Day and Boxing Day, like the Christmas period, is probably like, because I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to open my presents, and then I don't go to bed until 4, whatever, because we're up having a drink.
Oh, that was the final one.
That was the final one, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed our Never Have I Ever game. I upload videos every Thursday and Sunday, and if you haven't seen my face before, please make sure to click the big red subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. We're nearly on 200 subscribers now. It'd be great. We're about to film another video, which will be the one after this, so make sure you go and follow me and all that stuff, and make sure to comment all your Alicia appreciation in the comments. So we hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.